What do you, when you look at the pressures they bring, just what challenges does that present for you in the offense?
Well, they have a great defense. They do a lot of different things, and the defense coordinator has obviously been in the game for a long time and has called a lot of different things up. So we're just getting prepared. We've studied a bunch. We're here early and embracing the challenge. We look forward to it, and so we're excited about the opportunity to go to Tennessee and play a really, really good football team. They've been playing great all across the board on offense and defense, so it's going to be a great game.
Following up on that, in this game in particular, is communication even more important?
Yeah, it's huge, especially going on the road. I think going on the road, playing on the road, and trying to go in a tough environment and win a big football game, it's always a challenge, and you have to be able to communicate, have great eyes, communicate with that, and making sure that we're on the same page.
Where's the offense right now compared to what you expect?
Well, I think we can always be better, and I will always say that. I think that we can score more touchdowns. The good thing is everybody's talking about we're not scoring and everything like that. We've been down there several times, and we're getting down there. We're finding ways, and we had a chance to score a couple times last week. The week before, we had a chance at in a tough environment in Green Bay. And so, listen, I'm super positive about it. I think that we can do a lot of great things, and I'm looking forward to this week and seeing what we can try to do. We have to stay steadfast and remain, with our heads down and just working really hard.
Is it as obvious as just a couple of missed passes, drops, whatever, or do you see some other things that you think?
Yeah, I think we're a few plays away. I think. You go back to the Green Bay game, we had a few plays we could have made there. We had, this past game, we could have been up pretty quickly and have all the confidence in the world in what we're doing and our players and our coaches and what we're trying to do. So, and it's also good to win close games. Everybody wants to win by 40. This is the National Football League. This isn't one of those things that it's just easy to go out there and just win every game by 40 or something like that. You want to be able to win the close games. You want to be able to withstand and stretch and strain and mentally and be able to go throughout the game and take on the challenge and overcome. And we've always been able to find a way to do that. And I think at the end of the day, winners find a way to win, and that's our mentality.
The offense has had slow starts in years past too. Last year comes to mind. Is there something different about just schematically what you guys are struggling with this year versus last year, other years, or is there something you can put your finger on?
No, I think I said, I think it's all of us just trying to come together. It starts with me and just trying to find ways to make one or two more plays, and that's how you break a game open, and that's really that simple. It's not a complicated thing.
You have gone against your defense for years. It's always been a strong defense. Just this particular group, the depth they have, the talent they have, how good is that defense?
Well, we got all-star players all the way around, that's for sure. And it's exciting to be able to have a group of defensive players like that, and just to be able to, it's definitely one of our best defenses. And it's a journey, it's a process to see, if it's better than we've ever had. We've had some great ones before. It's a tribute to the hard work that the players put in. Obviously, we have great players, but we have great workers, and that's across the board on offense, defense, special teams. We find a way to work, and we're passionate about trying to be great every day. And so, it's always good for me to go against a great defense like that. That challenges me every day, and it's exciting.
I believe this is the first time you've ever been to Nissan Stadium.
Yeah.
Do you look forward going to a new stadium, or is it just another Sunday for you?
Yeah, I was talking to some of the coaches and players about that the other day. You go throughout your career and you get to go to all these different locations and places and play, and whenever you go to a new location, it's always exciting, and you look forward to it. Like I always say, it feels still 100 yards, 53 and a third, but to be able to embrace a new environment and take on that challenge, and you look forward to that. So I'm looking forward to going to Tennessee. I think that I'm going back to the East Coast and going back there, and going to have a bunch of family members there and everything else, so that's exciting.
Tickets in. How many family members?
I'm going to have a bunch, that's for sure. I can't count them on my hand, I'll say that.
What's it like having Tyler Lockett back? I talked to him, and his excitement level seems just off the charts.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett's been great. He's been phenomenal in practice. Guy works extremely hard. He looks great punt returning, kick returning, all that. But also his receiving skills is just amazing, and just how he gets open, how quick he is, and explosive he is. You want to get the ball in his hands as much as you can, because he can make a lot of plays. So he's going to be great this year. I'm really looking forward to his growth and what he's done, and it's a tribute to his hard work to be able to get back and to remain steadfast in terms of his treatment and everything else, and continue to do that.
talk about wanting to get better on offense. It's the end of that game, just seemed like the run game maybe started to show some signs of life and click, particularly with Chris. Even Thomas had some runs in there. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I thought that the run game and the pass game too really started clicking near the end of the game. There, we really got momentum, got a rhythm, and we stayed in that rhythm, and we were able to get first downs and pick up big plays. And I think that with our running backs, the group that we have, from Chris Carson to Rawls to CJ to Eddie, there's so many guys that come in and out of the game, and can really make get first downs for us and take those big hits too, but also find a way to make a good cut and make the right decision and get outfield. So our run game's always important. We want to be able to run the ball to withstand, and I think about that, that 4-minute, 2-minute drive and what we were able to do there. That started with the offensive line and how good they did coming off the ball and keeping their hats low and everything else and keeping their hands inside and getting big first downs, and that was huge.
Do you know Marcus Mariota at all, and have you just kind of what have you thought of his development so far?
I know Marcus a little bit, not really though. But I've always admired his game and just who he is as a person. I think that he's a guy that's plays with great passion. He's a guy who seems like he really cares about others and stuff like that. He really serves and gives back, and I love watching him play. He can make a lot of plays. He's a special player. He will be a special player for a long time, Marcus Mariota, and so it'll be fun watching him play.
Anything else? Thanks, Russ.
Thank you guys. Go Hawks.